Hi, I'm Steve. You're watching Gear Stuff and Things, and today on the channel we are going to talk about guitarfetish.com. So stick around. Alright, so everything you heard in the playthrough, all of the stringed instruments, that is, the guitars and the bass, they all feature some version of a Guitar Fetish pickup or Guitar Fetish hardware, but more importantly, we are focusing on the pickups, so that's what you're hearing is a bunch of bass stuff and a bunch of guitar stuff of varying tunings and such, using Guitar Fetish pickups. So, without further ado, let's just get into how I discovered guitarfetish.com and how I've come to become maybe fetishizing them. No? Terrible wordplay? Okay. Anyhow, so in 2010, I had a guitar that was a little bit cheaper that needed some new pickups and maybe a little bit of hardware upgrade. And I took it to a local luthier and guitar tech by the name of Jeff Newell, who I mention here on the channel pretty frequently. He does a lot of work with and for me for guitars and pedals and amps and such. He suggested guitarfetish.com as a less pricey, solution to upgrading my guitar. So I ordered a couple of pickups. I ordered 2 of the Crunchy Pats neck and bridge, and I put them in a cheap guitar, and it sounded great. It was a massive improvement in total, including installation. I think it cost me less than $75 for the pickups and the work that went into installing them. It made a huge difference, and from there I was kind of hooked, so I started ordering guitar pedals from guitarfetish.com and messing with those. I started ordering other guitar pickups and putting them in other guitars just to kind of see what was out there. And over time, I developed an appreciation for a few specific pickups on their site that really do what I'm looking for out of a pickup, and they're cost effective. I tend to really favor P90 sounds. I tend to favor the sounds of a traditional, maybe a 59 pickup or a JB from the Duncan world. And I wanted to find something that was kind of the equivalent of that, but also something that had its own character. And I definitely found that with the Crunchy Pat. It does a good job of doing what the Duncan Distortion does, but it's also a little more flavored like a PAF to me, at least in my ears. And the Dream 180, which has been my go-to pickup for about 7 years now, has all of the tonal characteristics of a P90, but in a humbucker, so it's noiseless and has that bite, clarity, and response of a P90. It's also a little bit more balanced than a traditional P90. It works great in different gain scenarios. It's a medium output pickup, so you can dig into it to really get some dynamic. I'm really a big fan of that. But kind of in short, there's a lot of stuff that's out there on the market that's in the more commonplace stuff, DiMarzio, Duncan, so on and so forth, that are fairly expensive to get a pair of them. You're probably going to spend $150 to $200 on a pair of them. In some instances, you may spend $100 per pickup, which is pretty wild to me. But this is a solution to get around spending that kind of money and get a great product in the process. Now, in full transparency, I'm not speaking poorly of other pickup manufacturers. I'm simply saying that Guitar Fetish is a good option if you don't want to spend that kind of money. I'm still a fan of Duncan. I'm a fan of DiMarzio. I'm a fan of what Fishman's doing. I'm not a huge fan of EMG, but I understand their place in the world, and I know a lot of people love them. Every one of these things has kind of an equivalent or a solution in guitarfetish.com. There are options out there, and I'm not, again, not speaking poorly of these companies. They are just expensive, and if you're looking to make upgrades on an instrument and you don't really know what you want, but you want to try a few things, Guitar Fetish is a good option for that. Guitar Fetish actually might act as a way for you to kind of get a feel for what it is you do like, so that when you make the decision to get one of the more expensive or more known name brand companies, that you know what you're going for without having to break the bank to experiment with tones you like. And you never know, you may end up getting a Duncan pickup thinking it's similar to one of the GFS pickups you've purchased, and that you're looking for that sound and discover that you like the GFS more, which is what I've discovered, that I actually prefer the Guitar Fetish pickups over a lot of the Duncan stuff and DiMarzio stuff that's out there. If you like gear, stuff, and things, and you're enjoying the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell notification so that YouTube lets you know every time a new video goes up. And of course, if you like the video, smash that like button. But yeah, that about does it. GuitarFetish.com is a great resource for anyone who's looking to upgrade an instrument and doesn't want to break the bank. Do not sweat the name stuff. Do not sweat that you're not spending this kind of money. This whole notion that, well, you get what you pay for. Yeah, but here's the thing. Sometimes you get what you pay for on the less expensive end too. You can spend $100 on a single pickup from one of those other companies, or you could spend, $35 to $40 on one pickup at guitarfetish.com, and you're going to get a great product. The rest of it is subjective, what sounds good to you, what doesn't. It's not to say one is better than the other, which I made it a point to say in the video. I'm not naysaying other pickups. I'm just saying that this company makes a lot of pickup options that meet every bit of criteria for the other things that people tend to, for the variety of things. I'm sorry, I said other. I'll correct myself there. The variety of things that you're looking for as a player, the different tones, there are options for you here that are fairly cost effective and worth your time and worth checking out. Worst case scenario, you get them and you can return them, and yeah, not a big deal. And they have a cool thing, and this is my last point of mention here, called the Quick Plug, and it allows you to basically plug the pickups in. So they even sell a thing that allows you to adapt any pickup from any other company to it. So you can easily, instead of doing the whole soldering bit, you solder it one time, then you just unplug the pickup, plug another one in, unplug it, plug another one. It's the coolest way ever to swap out different things and try out different pickups without having to go through all that process. So thank you for watching the video. Hopefully I inspired some of you to go check out guitarfetish.com, maybe make some cool upgrades and changes to an instrument. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've already used Guitar Fetish stuff, what are your thoughts with them? If you're someone who is looking for a specific thing and you're not sure if they have it, of course I'll put links in the description. But if you have questions or anything about any specifics that you're looking for on the site, I can probably steer you there. I've been dealing with them for about a decade now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you get out there and make some cool stuff. Hopefully this provides you a new avenue to get some cool tones that you're looking for.